How to install your Forbo Marmoleum floor net fit. What do you need? A vacuum cleaner, 68 kg pressure roller, safety glove, combi bar scriber, utility knife with straight blade, utility knife with hook blade, adhesive spreader, putty knife, recess scriber or the Wolf lino cut, measuring device, pencil, Forbo seam and strip cutter, and a steel seam hand roller. Now onto the installation. Step 1. Acclimatize the Marmoleum. Bring the rolls into the room with the lino car and secure the roll horizontally. We are committed to the health of one, so we recommend to use the Marmo car. Check the rolls if the batch numbers are the same to prevent color differences. Always wear safety hand gloves when using a knife. Install in roll number sequence and all sheets in the same direction to avoid visible shade differences. Cut the roll into the oversized lengths of the room. Stand up the new cut rolls vertically in the room to acclimatize for a minimum of 24 hours. At a room temperature of at least 17 degrees Celsius, or in accordance with local standards. Step 2. Counter rolling. Put the roll on the floor and start rolling it counterwise. This is to de-stress the material. Step 3. Cleaning the floor. Use the vacuum cleaner to eliminate any loose particles that could be trapped underneath the Marmoleum. Step 4. Placing the first sheet. Roll out the first sheet against the wall. After that, use the bar scriber to score the wall contour on the sheet. Use the utility knife with hook blade to cut the sheet to fit the wall. To fit the opposite side of the sheet to the wall, draw a positioning line on the linoleum and the underfloor. You can use the cardboard roll underneath the linoleum to create some space and measure the difference. Now you know how much you need to cut off. Set the bar scriber to this and score along the wall. Use the utility knife with hook blade to cut. Place the linoleum back against the wall. Now we're going to cut away the factory edge. Use the Forbo seam and strip cutter for this. Next, draw a line on the prepared subfloor along the edge. Flip back the linoleum halfway so you can apply adhesive. To mark an adhesive borderline halfway up the sheet, we use masking tape, but a pencil will work as well. It's up to you if you use masking tape or a pencil. Vacuum clean the floor once more and don't forget the jute backing of the Marmoleum. This is to ensure a clean base for the adhesive without any particles left. Apply the adhesive with a recommended and clean adhesive spreader. Start from the side where the linoleum is and apply among the drawn lines. Be sure to spread adhesive right up to all perimeter edges and to the pencil line without leaving any voids. Now roll the linoleum back again on top of the adhesive. You must massage the end of the sheet for a relaxed fit. Time to get the heavy roller. Roll in 2 directions. Start to roll in the short direction and continue in the long direction of the floor. That's the first part of the first sheet. Remove any glue residues along the edge from the subfloor. Now install the second part of the first row like you installed the first part. Step 5. Place the second sheet. Place the second sheet in place in the same direction to avoid visible shade differences. Repeat all the steps you did with the previous sheet, but keep an overlap on the first sheet. The overlap needs to be 2 centimeters. If you need a next sheet, we'll have to trim the factory edge and mark the edge as we did with the first sheet. Now it is time to set the scriber tool. Use a rest product of linoleum as a practice piece. For net fit installation, we use 0 distance. Now, adhere the second sheet. Of course, use the same steps as before with the first sheet. Use the seam cutter to score the second sheet. Then use the utility knife with hook blade to cut the sheet. Hold the knife angled. Always test a small length if the measured distance is right. An important detail is that the seam must fall into place without the need of any pressure. Correct if necessary. Perfect. Now score the sheet up till halfway with the seam cutter. Use the utility knife with hook blade to cut. It's important that you cut under an angle. Use the steel hand roller to press and level the seam to ensure a full transfer of adhesive. Clean the seam from any adhesive residues with a damp cloth. Repeat the same steps for the other half of the sheet and complete the room. It is possible that you need cross seams. Adhere and roll the second sheet as usual, except the last 50 centimeters. After rolling, it is time to adhere the final section. Scribe and cut net fit as usual. Enjoy your perfectly net fit linoleum floor.